these are great. How about that Dave Bautista, huh? He's been very vocal in the last couple of weeks about everything. A lot of it has been I guess perceived as anti-Marvel and anti-DC and all this, and he's been praising Zack Snyder, and that's cool. That's fine. Like, he's had a better experience in one place, especially after he was one of the first people after James Gunn was fired to be very vocal against Disney's decision with everybody. Like, I think people have forgotten that, like how even then he was like, Disney, what are you doing? Why are you being stupid and reactionary? Like, he was right there like moments after it happened. So, I mean, I don't perceive any of his negativity as he hates Marvel and Disney like some people have. I don't see it as that. Like,
No, I'd never taken it that way. It's like the dude's got an opinion, and he's just voicing it.
right, and
He's he's not out here being forget Marvel, blah 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 blah, forget Disney, they're the worst. Some people make you think that, but just saying, oh, they dropped the ball on my character. It's like, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, let's not forget who wrote those movies, Bautista.
Yeah.
Mr. Every time he says something about these movies, it's, oh, I had total creative freedom. It's like, and unless he's, I assume he's just lumping Gunn and Marvel in together.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like pointing the finger at the person that wrote the movie, Bautista. Come on.
Yeah. And, for people that are wondering, like, Bautista's always been vocal. I mean, he was first and foremost a pro wrestler. And as far back as his interviews, way back when he started in the early 2000s, you go back and there's a storyline he didn't like, he would just outright talk about it on, like, interviews and stuff. Like, he's always been that type of person that he's very passionate about what he's doing. And if he didn't like something, he'll comment about it. So, being somebody that's been watching Bautista on my TV for literally 20 years now, since he started in wrestling, and even had old, like, pro wrestling tapes before he was on main TV that I saw him in, it's just always been his character. And him, talking about, oh, Marvel this and DC this, and Zack Snyder directed a great zombie film. It makes me believe I could direct films. Cool. It's, dude,
yeah, good
cool.
for him.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, cool.
It's all good. Like, I don't see any of this as a bad thing.
No, I'm just happy that man's getting work.
Same. Like,
I can understand why he's come out and said as well. He's just going to be doing Drax on autopilot. It's not like it's a challenging role.
No.
They for the most part they did take Drax in a totally different direction. One which, better or for worse, isn't Drax.
People don't realize that the Drax in the movies is so far removed from the Drax in the comics, they're not even really the same character at this point. Like, it's completely different.
No, they have similarities and they kind of look the same.
Yeah.
That's the extent of how close that character is, Would I love to see like a secret history of Drax with Bautista on Disney Plus or something? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going like, the Drax will carry on, but it won't be with me. It's like that's fine, I'm not taking that as a slight against the company. It's like Death and Rebirth is literally part of that character.
That's literally his thing, yeah.
So I don't think, to be fair to him and to everyone else, I don't think you could have done the Arthur Douglas storyline in 2014. I don't think that would have flown. So hey, he's this jazz player. He plays the sax. He was taken by an Eternal, which, by the way, Eternal's a blur, made into this killing machine purely for the sole purpose of taking Thanos out. And despite ripping his heart out, he never actually succeeds. No,
nope.
that would not have worked back then. Maybe now. You could actually literally do that now. You didn't have the Eternals back then. They weren't even a thought. Like, no one knew who they were.
Yeah. No, it's... Yeah, look, I'm just glad he's able to express his opinion and not piss anybody off, and that's kind of cool. And I've always liked Bautista. I like the movies he's in. I've pretty much seen all of them. I have, like, all of them. Even that Escape Plan 3 or whatever the hell he's in.
I think I've seen the most of them.
Yeah. Stuber was pretty good.
I like the guy as an actor.
Yeah. I think he's good. Like, in my opinion, I know this will get me some flack. So, I think he's better.
Than The Rock?
Oh, he's way better than The Rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's actually got a slightly more range.
Yeah, he does.
than beige shirt, big guy. Yeah.
Beige shirt, drop all his lines like he's cutting a wrestling promo and move along to the next role, which is the same. Yep, it's.
I mean, even then, fair play to Johnson. He's made it work, isn't he?
Yeah, John Cena.
He hustled it.
We need Dave Bautista and John Cena to team up in the DCEU. That's what we need.
Bane and Peacemaker.
Yes, dude, that'd be perfect. But knowing WB and DC, they'll miscast him and they'll cast Dave Bautista as, I don't know, what's that? A Plastic Man, probably. Like,
oh Christ! I mean, Bautista says, he's not gonna, he can't play Drax forever because he's like 53, and stuff's gonna start sagging, so he could play Plastic Man.
See, this brings us all the way back around to the Ric Flair conversation in J.J. Abrams. This is perfect.
You don't actually need CGI for Batista's Plastic Man. It just stretches anyway.
True. Once you got to stop doing the gear, you get all sorts of shriveled. Look at Arnold. So that's, yeah. Perfect. We just fan cast them. This is great.